Hello, here's Sistra. Welcome to my next guide today about the art of war in Europa Universalis IV. So, a very main part of this game is war and expansion war through claiming new land by winning wars. And in this guide I will show you how such a war works and what you need to know before you start a war and what you need to know during the war and what you need to know to if you want to end this war. So if you want to start a war, the first thing you need is a casus belli. It's a reason to why you want to fight this war. First I will show you with Kandar. You see I'm with the Ottomans because they are quite good to show this. First I go to Kandar, I go to diplomacy and declare war. You can see I have a casus belli reconquest. I have them because Castamano and Sinop are originally my core provinces. So I don't have any problem to start a war here. But when I go to Tulkadir and diplomacy and declare war, I get a stability effect. I would get -2 on stability and +2 on war exhaustion, simply because I don't have a casus belli. And now the question, how to get casus belli? The easiest thing is to get a claim. I told you about this in the last guide, how to do this. If you have a claim, then you also get a casus belli. That's the first thing. Then also you can get a rival casus belli. A casus belli against your rivals. I will try it with Byzantium. We get Byzantium. We'll have to go a little bit. Let's see if I got it. No. Why? I didn't get it. No. No, I got it. Nice. Well, if I go it on Byzantium and declare war, I have humiliate rival. The problem with this casus belli is a simple one. You can't humiliate your rival, but you cannot take any provinces from them. And this is quite dumb. This is really quite dumb, because it's normally not what you want. So you have to be really look out to not get this casus belli if you want new provinces, you want new land, you want to conquer new land, because this is dumb. It happens. Yeah, it's a problem. So there are also other casus belli. As you are, for example, a steppe nomad, like this here, they get a casus belli. For the steppe thing, the steppe nomads, and they get normally casus belli, special casus belli. That's the next point. Another very good casus belli you can get is, and the last idea on the religious idea group. You get a permanent casus belli against neighboring heathen and heretics. This one is one of the strongest casus belli there is. Especially if you are on the neighbors they all have another religion than you have. If I'm here, so we're here and all are Catholic, it's completely useless because you don't get this thing. And why it's strong, I will tell you. The point is, maybe I can show you why this is strong. Okay, here the point is, if I use this reconquest thing, I get aggressive expansion for every province I take. Here I get only 25% because they are my cores, so not a problem. The problem is, maybe I get, I will take this. I would take this mission to take Constantinople, and this would get me a claim of Constantinople. Now I show you. I go to declare war. I know I have to conquest. This gives you 100% aggressive expansion, which could be quite a lot if this is a really strong province. This is a lot. And the point with the US war casus belli, it gives only for 75% aggressive expansion and higher prestige, and this is quite good. And also the problem with this thing is, if I get Constantinople, it's okay. But if I also get Achaia and Maria, these two would cost me diplomatic power. With the other casus belli, this is not how it is. Then you would get, after a certain time, you would get another casus belli. This is imperialism. I have to find it. Where is it? One moment. Can I see it here? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I cannot see it here. This is quite intriguing. Why I cannot see it here? The casus belli. Okay, it's not so important. Maybe there's another point where I can see it, and I'm simply too blind to see it. All is possible. No. Improve this. No, I can't really see it here. This is yeah, quite intriguing. Don't know why. Don't know why I can see it here. But with level 23, diplomatic level 23, you get imperialism. So you get a casus belli against all the other nations on the world. All the other nations you can see, you get a permanent casus belli against them. So you don't need a claim. And the point, this one gives you also only 75% aggressive expansion, but not as much prestige as the DS Vault gives you. That's the first point. So always take, as you can do it, always start a war for casus belli. And don't break a truce by not having casus belli. Disability hit is gigantic. So that's the first thing. The next thing you need to check is, have they allies or not? Iskandar don't has any allies. So quite good. This is good. So it will be only Kandar if I go to the war. Byzantium has a vassal. So if I declare war on Byzantium, also allies will fight me. And I will show you. Here, Ramazan. If I would declare Ramazan, I simply do it. The Mamelukes will also join the war, because they are will to do this, and they will also fight me. And it can be quite a pain in the ass. So that's the first thing. I check the allies. I see Kandar has no allies, so this is good for me. The next thing I need to check up is, how strong is Kandar. To do this, I go to the ledger, and what I want to know is how much military they have. So I go to the army, to the army's ledger, and sort by country name normally. And then I scroll down, I have Kandar. Yeah, I have them. I see 4,000 infantry, 5,000 cavalry, 10,000 manpower, totally 5 by maximum of 7. Then I check what I have in forces, 36 by having 27,000 troops, so completely okay. The next thing is, so I am Lord Strong, I won't have a problem to fight the armies. That's the first thing. The next thing I need also to check is how high is their military technology. They have 3, I check mine, I have 3, all it's okay. Because it can be a real problem if you are one tag lower than them, but it gets a really pain in the ass if you are 2 or more tags lower in military than they, because they give strong bonuses. For example, the fourth one gives military tactics and morale, but this is important in the next guide. So I checked all these things, and it seems I'm ready. I can fight Kandar. So next I have to do is prepare my army by giving them a leader. This is important. They will fight stronger if they have a leader. Why in the next guide. So I checked them all up. They are weak to me. I can fight them. Declare war. Then I need to cast a spelly. and I take Sinop. I confirm and I'm in the war. Now we see they're turning red, implying they are our enemy. Now I see the army marching in Casamano, so I will go there and attack them to destroy them. I destroyed them. This is quite good because they don't have any army left. Now I can siege this province. As you can see the moment, 100% chance to get sieged because simply this thing doesn't have a fort. So we siege it, and if it's sieged, my opponent, my enemy, will not get the full troops and full income out of this province. The same goes for you if your provinces are occupied. So now I could go to Qatar and try to sue for peace. I will see a giant red cross. The length of force not enough, and yeah. And they hold Sinop. Why this is important at one moment. So I want to take Castamano. Want to take Castamano. I click on it and go in here and see demanded Castamano without occupying any forts in the area. And notice the point, because Castamano lives within Sinop's fort. I have to siege the fort of Sinop first. And also, if I siege the war, I get more war score. That's important because this is also the target. The main goal target is Sinop, and then you get bonus points. This is really important. So now how about the sieges? As you can see, minus 64%, so not a very good chance. What does it mean? Minus 64 means we have a minus 64% to get the surrender. For what we need, at least 20 points in total here. So what happens? There are siege phases every 30 days. So there is a siege phase. I let it go. And now you can see what happened. We rolled a dice. We got 9. So we get quite some points here. And after sum of these points, we have +1. Or in this case, we had 9, -3, -2, +1. The +1 comes from our leader. He has a siege pip and gives additional bonus. So 9 -3 is 6, -2 is 4, +1 is 5. We had 5. And if we have 5, supply shortage takes account or occurs. These are some events or some things that occur. And you can see what happened. You can see here what it does. Supply shortage makes the garrison a little bit lower and gives the siege status +1. We can 12 points out of here. So we now have an additional point for the next phase. And our chance is a little bit better, but still minus 57%. Now the question, how can I increase it? I look at this. They have good 4 levels, so -3 the 4 level. If this is halved, 1 point less. Then I see -2 because it's not being blockaded. What does this mean? Simply, I don't have a fleet here. It's a coastal province. I don't have a fleet on the coast, so they are not under blockade. So what I have to do is to get my fleet here in the Eastern Black Sea. I do this. So now I've done it. I see minus 52, and what happened is the -2 gone, and this is a lot. This -2 is a lot. Meanwhile, the next stage occurred. We had a status quo, so we get I think we had 0 in this case. Yeah, it was 0, I think. It should be. Okay, it was between 1 and 5. Between 1 and 5. But now we have a better chance. We let it go. We had an 8. So we have also the supply shortage and get an additional point. Next phase. Yeah, go away. Don't need this. We get an additional point, another one supply shortage, and we are on minus 29%. It's getting better. No, we get plus 2 points. This is great. Minus 40%, minus 40%. We got the shit shortage, so we had enough. This 12 dice roll of 12 to get enough points to get the wheat shortage, which is good, which is really good. Oh, next phase, and it was a disease outbreak because we only had a 1. This is should not occur. This is somewhat. Oh, this is weird. This is weird because this can normally not occur here. This is weird. This cannot be because you get this only if you roll a 1 and in full, so normally as you can see it cannot occur. Or can it? One moment. Let me calculate this because this is really weird. I didn't realize this before. It seems to be a bug in this case. Yeah, here's something wrong. It seems to really be something wrong. Because this should not occur. This is quite... here's something wrong. This cannot be. This simply cannot be. Why? This cannot be. Oh, I know why. Yeah, there's a bug. There's a bug. Maybe I should report this. This is really... Here is a bug because I rolled the 1. You get the disease outbreak. For the disease outbreak it seems not to calculate the other things too. This is dumb. I have to look it up. But this is weird. I never realized this before. So it's quite interesting what even I can learn from such a guide. So we get numbers. What this does is has no impact, but it lowers your troops. Your troops suffer losses. Next thing. Not a good roll, but enough to get the supplies shortage. We have only 2 points more, as you can see. And we get at least 5 here. We can see we had 7, 4, 7. Yeah, so this is done. We had before we had to get the supplies shortage. There is really a bug on the calculating on this thing. Yeah, I have to report it definitely. And we get it another time because we get the 1. It should not be. It doesn't calculate correctly. I will have to fix this. This is really bad. Claims fabricated from other ones to us. We get additional supply shortage. And we get still higher here and higher here. Go away. This is going on my nerve. Another shortage, and we have a 7% chance, so it is surrender. We let it go, and we get another food shortage. We are almost at 10. We have 10 bonus points here. The next one is we still don't have an artillery, so you get additional bonuses from artillery. It makes it faster. We go on another phase. We get the water shortage. It's great because it makes +3. We have a 36% at the moment, and we let it go. And we had luck, and the siege is finished. No, the ships out of the port will fight our ships, but we can no silver peace. And now we can see if I do this, I have a green mark, green tick. Utterly defeated +100. They're completely defeated. If I get buff, no problem. And as you can see here, the first thing is it gets a prestige. Next thing will be the cost, the peace cost. It doesn't cost me anything. I have cost above provinces, so no problem. The aggressive expansion. If you conquer, you get aggressive expansion. Normally not a problem until not more than one country goes over 50. Every country over 50 aggressive expansion towards you. It's opinion modifier. This is an opinion modifier that you can see in the diplomatic view. if you go over the opinion, every country there's 50 points or more on aggressive expansion on you can form the alliance. You can start an alliance, and every other one that has 50 or more, and this is not, does not good. Or is angry at you, can join this alliance, and such an alliance can kill you off very quickly. It can grow very big, and if it starts, you normally don't stand a chance. But the only chance you have to not start is if you have a lot of strong allies. That's the only chance you have at this point. And the other point is, if you will attack one country that's in alliance, they will also call the other ones as allies, and the worst thing is the other ones can call their allies also, and this is quite dumb. So be very careful about this point. This is really bad. And if it goes over 50, it will show you here a cross flag, and if you go over this, you will see which countries get more than 50, and you will have to compare, is it worth it, or are they too much? Can they be too strong if they form an alliance, or aren't they too strong? Next thing you get, but I won't get it here because these two are my cores, you get overextension. Overextension is also a bad thing. As long as they are not your cores, you have to call these provinces. This costs you administrative power, and this can be quite expensive, especially here Constantinople. This would be really expensive to do this, to call this, and until it's not called, it gives you overextension. Overextension does a few things. It raises your global unrest. That's the first thing. What does it again? But this is also the most important thing. It raises your unrest. And does, I think, certain other things, but this is the most important thing. And really bad, or it will be really bad if the overextension goes over 100%. Then your rebel forces doubles the rate, or double the rate at which they are coming. So to double the speed, they come twice as fast, and I don't know if there are more. But that's the first point, and you get a lot of really bad events, getting your unrest even higher. So if you don't look at this, it can end really bad for you. Was way one of my playthroughs where I with one point I annexed almost a whole of South India, and get quite over 121, 130% or so of extension. I had to fight maybe 5 or 10 years to get the rebels under control. It was really bad. I was strong enough. That was a good thing to get this, but it costs a lot of time and a lot of effort to do this. So that's this thing. And then you can demand other things. You can let them revoke cores, so they lose their no, I lost the word again. Damn it! Not the cores. This is this is a little bit irritating. They don't lose any core. They lose their claims. The next thing, you can return cores. So this has to be revoke claims. This is they have to change this. This is dumb. Then you can let them return cores. For example, if I fight the Mamelukes and they annex Hejaz, I can let them return, or they have some cores So provinces of Hejaz, and the Hejaz has colonies, I can make them return them to Hejaz. Then you can cancel subjects. If, for example, Mamluks has a subject, I can say them no. These are the Hejaz, for example, is a subject, is no more subject. Then they also can release. You can set them to release nations if they can do it. For example, the Mamluks would release some nation here if this nation has cause. So with this, you can weaken an enemy more. And then you can get enemy treaties, for example, and rivalry. But I can't do this because I will next them fully, so there will be no counter left to have any treaty. And we can also demand some treaties. For example, we can vassalize the war. We can concede in defeat, but I don't use this. It gives you more prestige. Enforce fleet basing, enforce military access, enforce the transfer their trade power, and we can demand war reparations, so we get 10% of the income per month for the time the truce goes on. And also what we can do is here, if I click on the plus, I can demand money from them. Now with shift and left mouse button, I can demand all they have. And with right mouse button, I can take a larger portion, and with left mouse button, lower portion. So we have to look when you get this red cross. If I got this, I can send demand. I send the demand, I wait, and victory! The reconquest of Sinop was a fully success. You can see the causalities, and if I close this, I can see an information. They accepted our peace offer. We went full exchange, 83 decades, and so on and so on. Fine, and here was a fight on the Black Sea. This is over because the fleet simply then disappears, and we got them. And the point is, what you need to know after the conquer, and so it was maybe not the best idea to conquer them. Normally we'll have quite a lot of unrest, but because this is my core, we don't get it. You get nationalism to unrest. This decreases with time, but the more unrest, the more likely or the faster the rebels will spawn. You can lower the unrest by raising the autonomy, for example. That's one point. Next thing I will show you are really the rebels. Because the great thing is, on the stability and expansion tab, you can see the rebels. And the great thing is, you can see how many rebels there will spawn. At the moment, 15,000. Not a problem. We have enough troops to beat them when they spawn. Not a problem. I can see 20% and where they are, where the unrest is. That enforces them. And the next thing is, I can handle them. If I go there, I can simply accept their demands. Not really good. Especially I could easily beat them. I can boost stability, but boosting stability, my unrest will go lower. But I won't do this. We look at this. Where is it? Sofia, Yanya, and Yidin. We look at this. I go to Sofia, and why have the unrest? I look at it and I see war exhaustion plus 0.28. Yeah, from this war we get also war exhaustion. If we get more causalities, the more war exhaustion we get, and if our provinces are occupied, our war exhaustion rises additionally. Then legitimacy slows it down, but religious unity and they are controlled by nobility. They get +5, and the point is the nobility is loyal, and then they get +5 on rest. I would like to. No, they don't get of the Orthodox. This is. Yeah, because we have a positive tolerance of heaven. So we tolerate the Orthodox, so they then don't get additional unrest of intolerance. If I would have, for example, a Shia or a Bahadi province, they would get additional unrest because of intolerance. So, the point is, in this case I can quite easily push the nobility if I can do this and get them rest back, but I will hide the autonomy and the rest is 0 because the autonomy increase gives us -10 for some time, namely for 30 years. So pretty good thing. So that's the way how to deal with noble rebels. And you can see before were 50,000 I think. No, it's not as much. It's only 12,000 left, so I can more easily beat them. And what I can do is simply let them out, beat them, and then it's over, and then it's good. It's what you can do about rebels. And that's a point that was not good because I cannot show you this. You would go to manage the other extension here. Go and manage, and you can see all the provinces and the current cost, and then you call them, and this takes some time, normally 3 years I think, but there are modificators like for example this one. If you have modificators that lower the co-creation costs, then they also lower the creation time by 20%. There are some modifiers. Also the ideas, for example the administrative ideas, the adaptability, additionally 25, so they would get -45% and also -45% on the current time. The one thing, where is it here? The administrative efficiency. The higher it is, the lower your overextension from the provinces get. So if you have 30% administrative efficiency, the overextension you get from the province is 30% lower. It also lowers your current cost by 30%, but it does not lower your current time. Always keep this in mind. Yeah, and so I think this is mainly it. One additional thing, but I don't think I can show this here. No, I can show this here. This is, yeah. The point is, it's possible that, for example, if I go here to Darkendir and get these two provinces, they're territorial provinces, so I don't get the full power. I would need to do a state out of them, but the point is simply, yeah, I could also do, because we have enough states and they would get more power, but this is all. But the point is also, if you conquer the province, it gets normally in addition an initial autonomy of I think 40%, and it takes quite a time until it gets down. So and if you higher the autonomy, then you need a certain time to lower it. And the 40% you have only this 40% if this is state. If this is already state province or province of one of the states. If it's a territorial province, it has to start with 75%, and it needs quite a time to get lower. So you have also calculate this if you want to make states out of territories. And I think this is the most important thing here. Yeah, to check all about the enemy before fighting them. Does he have allies? Is he strong on military tech, low on military tech than you? Does he have more troops than you or lower troops, for example? Or does he have maybe stronger leaders than you? This is all such things that you need to know before start the war, and that you are quite clear to win the war. And what I didn't show you, you can also call your allies into the war. But I couldn't show you this at the moment because we don't have any allies. Maybe I will show this. One moment. We get ally quite fast. We get Grenada. Yeah, and get Grenada. And I will show. Go away. So now I go to Byzantium. I declare war. And here you can call your allies, but it won't exact because it's a distant war, and we have these 10 favors mentioned in the diplomacy guide, and that's the point. And if you don't have the 10 favors, maybe you can try to do, if they're neighboring also to them, I could try to get them to promise them land, which I give them, but no chance to co-grenade them because of distant war. They are on the other side of the world, on the other side of Europe. So until they are here, the war is over. So that's the point of you can call your allies. And maybe and important, what you can see, I showed is, if you has a strong ally, wait until this ally is in a war and won't join your war. And then you can attack, for example, Dana and knock them out and annex them and get this land. So that's the main things you need to know here, and I hope that you understand this art of war here a little bit more. And in the next guide I will tell you more about the armies and what's important about them. And there are some things that are really important to know, and they're not maybe as common as they should be. But I will tell you about this in the next guide, and I say bye for this time, and until the next guide. Bye.